Conor McGregor is back and is set to return by the end of the year, likely December. We're going to get into that. We're going to recap UFC Fight Night, and Dana White finally talks Khamzat versus Kamaru Usman. We got all these topics and more next.
Broadcasting live from an undisclosed location. This is The Community MMA with your host, Chris Cross.
Oh no! Yes! Yes! Let's go, baby! What up? This your boy Chris Cross checking in. This is The Community MMA. Great night of fighting last night. The dogs were fully involved as well. After each knockout, we're getting some barks from the dogs. They love it. They love the UFC too. Yes, that's Penny doing the darn thing, spicing up the fight night after each knockout. I start yelling and screaming about the finish, and Penny never lets me down, makes some noise. So great night of fighting last night. We got the return of Conor McGregor. He's back. I can't wait. I can't wait for his return. But before we get into that, let's get through UFC Fight Night last night. A lot of big fights on the card. Buckley doing the darn thing. Anthony Hernandez doing the darn thing. Michael Johnson got rocked. I was totally surprised by that. Check this out. You hear Ferreira's corner yelling jab. I don't know what that's going to do. He's getting outpaced here by Michael Johnson. Oh, no! Ferreira lands a big right and finishes Michael Johnson. You got to be kidding me. And Michael Johnson doesn't even know what happened, man. Wow. Unbelievable. And both guys getting checked out, but Ferreira gets the big finish, man. Come on. Dang. As we see the replay right here. Boom. Just, man. Finishes with the hammer. And then grabs Johnson because he realizes, your adrenaline means you're going in to finish it again. But then he realizes that Johnson's already finished, so bing! Woo! Yeah, so Michael Johnson getting the big finish. Last night you heard the reaction. Oh, no! And then, of course, you heard Penny getting involved. The dogs getting involved. Sometimes the dogs annoy me, right? Because I'm worried about people watching and the barking in the background. But sometimes you just got to roll with it. It's like background noise, right? Just makes it more interesting. There's nothing wrong with a few doggy barks, And there's two dogs in the house. Both of them just, man, CC versus Penny. Check out those clips on my other channel, Chris Cross MMA. You'll like those because they go to battle, man. You think the UFC is good? Check out CC versus Penny. Forget about it. But Michael Johnson got rocked, and it was going his way. That was the crazy part, is it was totally going his way at the beginning, and then out of nowhere, the big right, bang, and it's over. I mean, he went right down. Some other good fights on the card. You had Andre Fialho versus Buckley. Ooh. And a nice upper punch there by Buckley. And why'd they stop it? Why did they stop it? I don't understand. Oh, and a big left leg kick now by Buckley. And the ref shoves him off. And man, did he shove the ref or what happened? The ref shoved him a second time, but Buckley jumps on top of the octagon. Yeah. Let's go. Two big finishes to start this thing. And here comes the official again trying to settle him down. I mean, what's going on here? Yeah, so Buckley landed like a elbow uppercut. So I wanted to say an uppercut, really, but it was kind of an awkward situation. And then the ref stopped it, so it just completely threw me off my game for a second. I'm like, why are they stopping it? Like, Buckley's about to get the finish. Totally legal. And they stop it, but luckily Buckley gets the win anyway. So Joaquin Buckley doing the darn thing. And this guy is known for big finishes. He doesn't win every fight, but when he wins, man. He wins. Make no mistake about it. You also had Anthony Hernandez getting involved last night. Constantly, if you're Edmund, you got a guy on top of you. You're carrying his weight. And Hernandez just breaks down his opponents. And that's it. Herb Dean says that's it. Wow. And that was one, like, I didn't expect Herb Dean to come in, but good stoppage by Herb Dean. I mean, I think he really helped Edmund there. I think you're going to get 4 minutes of that down the stretch. And eventually, and Anthony Hernandez, the first 2 minutes, he's getting rocked. It's like there's no way he wins. And then he sticks out his tongue and smiles. And you're like, okay, either he's in trouble or it's not affecting him at all. And it turns out it didn't affect him at all. So he comes back and gets the win. And really, the ref jumped in at the right time and kind of helped Edmund Shabazian, because there'd just been another 4 minutes of ground and pound. So no point letting that continue. You also had Mackenzie Dern versus Angela Hill. This ended up being the fight of the night, which I disagree with. I mean, it was a great maybe you can give it that, but Lupe Godinez fought well too in that fight. That was a great decision, great fight. But this was a 5-rounder that went to a decision. Yeah, so Mackenzie Dern dominated in all facets, 237-70 in total strikes, 126-50 in significant strikes, 113-24 in head strikes, 13 minutes of control, more than half the 25-minute fight, 3 takedowns to 0. I mean, just complete domination here from Mackenzie Dern. Just complete domination. We'll see if we get that 10-8 round in round 3. I mean, Angela Hill just one significant strike, but you still got to credit Angela Hill for not getting finished. I mean, she got dominated, but she didn't get finished. Yep, 126-50. Distance strikes, all Mackenzie Dern. And maybe she's more comfortable with the control, but it seemed like she got the finish on her feet. Here we go. 49-43, 49-44. Complete domination. Mackenzie Dern gets the win. Yeah, and just a completely dominating performance, right? 49-44 on 2. I think it was 49-43 on the 3rd, something like that. But tough fight for Mackenzie Dern to take, right? It's a big chance to take. You're fighting down like 8 or 9 versus 14. And you're fighting Angela Hill, who just seems to never give up. Not an easy out. Like, she loses, not the best record, like 15-13 or 15-14, but never an easy out. And Mackenzie Dern fought well, looked good, and now she'll fight up in the next fight. And I think she can go on a 3-4 fight win streak and get a title shot. I really do believe it. I really believe it. Also, Vyacheslav Borshev, a.k.a. Slava Claus, doing a Slava dance last night. Borshev drops Mahashade. He gets back up, throw back to his feet. And Slava just dominating so far in this fight. The fight nearly finished at the end of round 1. Made it into round 2, and now Borshev's beginning to pick it up again, a.k.a. Slava. 250 left, round 2. Come on, baby, let's go. Ooh. He ducks a couple, now takes a knee, now drives a knee, now lands a right. This is what I thought. Slava's backed up against the wall, 3 straight losses. He needs one. And that's when guys are tough, especially someone like him who should win. He lands a big right. Oh, and that's going to do it. I think Mahashade now fighting back, and the ref stops it. 2:23 left in the second, and he does the Slava Claus dance, whatever you want to call it. Yes, sir. Vyacheslav Borshev, a.k.a. Slava Claus, gets the win, and they tend to Mache. He'll be fine. Here's the officials again, always trying to settle the guys down. I don't know what's going on with that. Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening with that. These officials, they try to grab the fighters after the fight and calm down. No, it's like scoring a touchdown, and the NFL tried to give penalties and stuff. That went away very fast. The best part is when a guy gets a finish and he jumps on top of the cage and he's pumped up and who's going to touch McGregor after he KOs somebody? That's what I want to know. I mean, these officials got to, I don't know who's telling them to do that, but I don't like it. But Slava Claus doing the dance last night, getting the big win, and we had a great night. We had look at that, 10-2. We only lost Michael Johnson, and he was winning. And the first fight of the night, Takashi Sato. Unbelievable night. 10-2, 13-4 in the main event, 130-72 with 3 draws on the year. So we really spread out the win column last night, and we'll take it. We'll take it. And of course, Colby Chavez, I like this, putting in his picks. I wish more people would do this. He didn't have a great night, but the last 2 weeks he did. The last 2 or 3 weeks had phenomenal nights. But last night going 4-8, he lost on Hill, lost on Shabazian, got Godinez, missed on Fialho, missed on Johnson, got Borshev, missed on Demopoulos, Koshi, got Nascimento, missed on Fiore, got Silva, and missed on Sato. I did too. So that's how his picks come out. But he, we all have bad nights, and he had a bad night this week, but he'll bounce back next week. I'm sure of it. So that's the way things settle now. So Conor McGregor is set to return at the end of the year. At least that's what he's talking about. The Ultimate Fighter just around the corner, though I'm sure they're going to announce a fight during the series, and likely will be in December, the last pay-per-view of the year. And I had a chance the last couple days to watch McGregor Forever on Netflix. If you haven't seen it, I'm telling you, you got to see it, because you see behind the scenes, right? And all the talks when he hurt his leg and when he lost to Khabib. It's over. He's not training as hard. He's walking around in the silk pajamas, and he's rolling up in the yacht. And then you see behind the scenes how hard this guy's working, and you're like, okay, all the people that are talking are full of it. Because McGregor is training, man. He's got millions of dollars. He doesn't need a check. He doesn't need a paycheck. He does it because he wants to. And like Dustin Poirier said, that's what makes him a tough fight, is that he's doing it not because he needs to, but because he wants to. And there's something to be said about that. And McGregor will return and will be stronger than ever, and will take on a tough Michael Chandler, who we've seen may lose, like an Angela Hill. He may lose, but it's not going to be an easy out for anybody. And that will likely be a very tough fight for Conor McGregor. Make no mistake about it. So he's back. He's coming. Dana White spoke about Khamzat versus Usman, saying Usman came into the office requesting that fight. He wants it, but Dana White doesn't do catchweight fights. It's got to be at welterweight or middleweight, and will likely have to be a middleweight fight. And will Usman want to take a middleweight fight at 185 against Khamzat? Which really will see both guys beefed up, man, if it's a middleweight fight. Both guys will be rock solid. You see Usman at 170. Can you imagine him at 185? And he's got several months to prepare. That's going to be a fight. But in my opinion, Khamzat still wins it. It don't really matter. Khamzat still wins that fight. As we jump into the Q&A, Turtle Boy says, Adesanya will duck Khamzat like the plague. Yeah, I have no doubt about it. And Trey, it's been too long, bro. Way too long waiting on Khamzat. God loves all, says thanks for the content. God bless you. And I appreciate that. Much love. We're working hard over here. We're about to have a week break, and we need it. We can get ahead on some of the pay-per-view predictions at 289, 290, 291, and start to load back up in the UFC predictions. Bien says, I think that the winner of Aliskerov and Costa will fight Khamzat for a title eliminator in Abu Dhabi in October. So then he goes on to say why Khamzat can't fight right now. And we all know, due to visa issues. Josh says, if I were Dana, I'd make his butt weight too. In my opinion, you're in the UFC. It is unacceptable to make, or not to make weight, let alone I really don't think that's what it is. I don't think he's trying to punish Khamzat. I just think it's one of those things where Khamzat has visa issues and he can't get the fight. Kenneth Bruner, they are fast-tracking Aliskerov. He's going to destroy Costa. I don't understand this. Aliskerov is potentially one fight away from a title shot. Either the Usman fight is on, or we're more lost than ever with Khamzat. None of this makes any sense. Yeah, and I agree. It doesn't make any sense we're waiting on this forever and ever. See or dig. Tyson literally has zero chance in a real fight. Boxing is so limited in MMA, if that's all you know. John Jones would end that fight within 1 minute. Yeah, I mean, and people were getting on Joe Rogan for making that claim. And Tyson Fury says, hey, I'm the baddest dude on the planet. Yeah, but not locked in a room with John Jones, you're not. In a boxing ring, yes. But not locked in a room. Forget about it. When all the skills are at play. Tyson Fury is only good until they clinch and there's no ref to break it up. Kenneth Bruner, got to watch out for those snakes, man. Yeah, and if you missed the last podcast, the snake rolled up on the set, man. It's wild. Huge 4 foot, 5 foot black snake. Black and white. I don't know what that means. So I'm not into snakes. I just know they scare the heck out of me. And I'm constantly looking back, waiting for him. He creeped under the house. I'm waiting for him to come back and freak me out a little more. You know, I'm not down with the snakes, man. But yeah, I'm glad you guys saw that. I posted a video for you and talked about it in the last podcast. Just because it was just a wild scene, man. And if you could have seen me, like, look at the snake and jump over the table and start doing backflips and stuff like that. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but that's what it felt like, man. I look back and I see this thing and then I just freeze and I freak out. Because I'm not into the snakes. I just can't do it, man. And things scare the heck out of me. Make no mistake about it. But listen, Conor McGregor is back. He's coming. Khamzat Chimaev is coming. We've been waiting too long. And Mackenzie Dern looked great last night. Slava Claus looked great. Joaquin Buckley looked great. Anthony Hernandez, unbelievable performance. Diego Ferreira with the big KO over Michael Johnson out of nowhere. So, great night of fighting. A lot of finishes to send us off into a week break. You know, your boy will be focused on the NBA playoffs now to heat up 2-0. They play tonight. And I'm ready to go up 3-0. I'm ready to see these boys go to the NBA Finals. And I hope Denver sweeps. And I hope Miami sweeps. And we can get a huge NBA Finals. That's what I'm hoping for. But listen, for now, we're going to have to wrap it up. This your boy, Chris Cross. As always, I hope you have a great day. And God bless. Peace.